totally different altogether. A different world. The restaurant used to be over in the far corner over there, and but the away supporters arrived now, and it was just 2 little rooms, 2 shower rooms, and that was it. Then the referee had a phone box for their changing rooms. That's what all you had.
An actual phone box, like?
Well, it was 6 by 6, big phone box. I mean, today now is you get your coffee or sandwiches all at half time. For those of us that are privileged to be invited in here, you know, just one toilet up the very corner up here at this end of it. You could walk around over there, the far side, but it was rough. You know, you would galvanised roof to keep you dry. But I mean, look at it now, it's incredible out here. Yeah, I was asked the guys coming through the gate, would they lift us over the gate? Can I give them a juice out, please? And then we'd go meet someone, ask them, could we be the ball boy? No, we're full today, you know, this kind of thing. I mean, I live 800 yards down, that's where I grew up, 800 yards down the road, straight down from here. That's where I grew up, so coming to the games on Sundays was that a bother, you know, but you had to get someone to lift you over that you could go in with and lift you over the gate.
What was it like, the atmosphere back here?
It was great. Like, I can remember as a kid, I used to sit down here in this corner over here on the track because we were too small to stand up here, and we used to sit down there in the bars watching the match, and it was brilliant. Grew up with in my family, like my father was, and my grandfather, his father, were just soccer mad, you know what I mean? So, because I played there when I was about 6. My father used to hold street leagues down in Garryowen, and the 2 big greens down there. And when he came to final day then, whatever strokes he pulled, we used to get the final up here, the pitch out here. And you have to say, when I get bigger, you know, love the players. And look, enough, I managed to do that. But going back then, I mean, Limerick as a sporting city, like, is just unbelievable. And now that Limerick are back here, you can see that by the gates at the games, I mean, they're coming back out to watch the games, you know. Well, I put it down, it was a privilege for me. Like, you always want to play for your home city. Well, I did anyway. And when I signed for Limerick, it was an absolute privilege for me and an honour to actually play for my city, especially, I mean, as I said, 800 yards down the road, you know. Every Sunday, you know, there was a match on, you could see every second Sunday you could see the cars pulling up and what have you, and stroll up the road and get someone, as I said, lift you over the barrier to get into the match. But to turn around and eventually play and play for a long time with Limerick, I mean, as I said, it was a privilege and an honour for me to achieve that, like, you know. This is, they've been said in the papers for years and years, like, this is the home of Limerick football. I mean, even take the pubs around, you know, in the supermarket across the road and that. I mean, it's a different atmosphere here. Come match days, it's a different atmosphere. You see the people arriving, parking their cars, looking for spaces to park the cars. Like it was going back when I played. I mean, I used to walk up in the early years, I used to walk up from Garryowen up here on match day, you know, and you see 2 hours before the game and you see the cars arriving, like, you know. Later on, we'll say, when we became more professional, when Owen Hand took over, we'll say, like, we used to meet in the hotel in town and have a small bit of lunch, and then we'd make our way up here. But, I mean, the thing about the Markers Field, it is the home of Limerick football, you know, so to see what we have here now is just incredible altogether. Well, see, back then, you see, I'll explain to you, you just got on with the game. To me, it was just play a match on Sunday, that was it, right? Enjoyed it, the whole lot. Actually, I miss it, to tell the truth, you know, because the banter you had on match days, okay, I hated the training, I was hopeless at training. But the thing about it was that the atmosphere that was there was just, and especially when we started to do well, you know. Now, I used to meet a lot of people because of the job I'm in. And day to day, like, you know, and we thought, well, who we play next week, sort of, well, how do you think we'll do, and, you know, and how are things, and what injuries have we got, you know. It was a conversation I had every single day of the week, 8 hours a day, you know. But as I said, going back then, like, you know, to me, it was another game. Okay, you had the banter and the whole lot, right? But it was just, to me, back then it was another game. When you get older and you start thinking back then, it becomes a different ball game because you're getting older. And I suppose, like, even with the team I played in that won the league and won the cup that year in succession, I mean, we meet up, say, 2 or 3 times a year, you know, and the lies that are told and the stories that are told, you know, it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. Then we meet up with some of the older guys that were there even before I came along, you know, and you're chatting to them when they played and they start telling their stories, you know. It's just the banter that you have between all the players. And that's the one thing that I liked about Limerick, is that I play for my city, right? The guys I meet who had played for Limerick came from this city, and they could tell you things. They turned up with, left my boots at home, you know, and they tell you stories about, I had to get a pair of boots off of such a fella, and different things, like, you know. But it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I think it makes a huge difference altogether. Because when I played, I'd say definitely 95%. Actually, nearly half of us came from Garryowen. Johnny Welch, Dougie, Tony Morris, myself, Deborah Walsh there at one time. You know, there was half of them from Garryowen, you know. But as I said, like, you know, personally, I think if I even lived in England, if I lived in Southampton, I'd have loved to play for Southampton and stay with Southampton rather than play with Middlesbrough, because it's not the same thing there. Like, it's your home city and the feeling is good, you know.